Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Spidercast Podcast. As we're Father and Son, we go down the rabbit hole of tech, gaming, and the meaning of life. And I'm Travis.
I'm Austin.
And today, I'll let you read the topics.
We are doing... Wow, you actually put that as a topic. What we call Winner Chicken Dinner. Fortnite goes to Borderlands. Google demonetizes child content. Apple event on YouTube speculation. The PS5 design leaks. Good Eats, and more. Wow, I just butchered that.
Yeah, oh well. That's how
Power
it
of
goes.
editing.
Yeah. I actually need to pull up a picture of that.
Yeah, you do. Are you only doing that because I showed you it?
I had seen some stuff on it, but I thought it was fake until I started.
The boot cleaner. That's really what it looks like. It looks like a high-tech boot cleaner.
No, I think it looks like one of those like hand nail things that
dries
your
one of
hand.
the dryers in
the
the
dryer.
bathroom.
Yeah, that's why.
Just
There we go. That's better. Anyway, so we're back.
we're back.
We were off last week. I went out of town, so by the time I came back, I just
We could have done one last week, but it would have been rushed.
It would have been really rushed, and I haven't felt really good. So if I sound funny or make funny noises, I apologize right now. Actually, I apologize now for making funny noises because we're going to be eating on stream. So if you're sensitive to that type of thing,
God.
Spoiler, if you want to call it spoiler warning now, we're gonna be eating chicken sandwiches on stream.
If you couldn't tell by winner chicken dinner.
Right. So not only is that
we ain't talking PUBG.
Not only is that dinner, but that's also the point of topic for us today. So why don't you grab the first sandwich and I'll let you.
Which one's first?
You choose. I'll let you choose the.
Which one looks more appetizing here? Let's go Wendy's.
Going old school Wendy's. I already cut these in half, so and I all but one of them I already peeled the lettuce and tomato off. So
yeah, you want to take that half?
Yeah, I'll take that half.
Well, spoiler, we do not have Popeyes or Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, and we'll explain that here in just a moment. I'm gonna take the first bite.
Yep.
See, it's never a horrible chicken sandwich from Wendy's. But I also feel like they don't ever do anything special. You know what I mean?
Wendy's is kind of like that old reliable.
Right.
If you want a good chicken sandwich,
just a plain chicken sandwich,
go to Wendy's.
Yeah, Wendy's is. I've heard a lot of complaints that Wendy's is dry though. I see that because they do sometimes overcook these sandwiches.
I mean, it's not very moist. I know that's a weird word for people to hear on mic.
Moist.
I was going to say it again, but you did it for me. It's not bad. Like I said, it's all reliable.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those. Like I said, it's not bad. I've had them several times. I never really, like I said, the biggest complaint I ever have is either when the chicken sets too long, or if they overcook it.
I think it's tough.
So the reason that we're having chicken sandwiches on stream for dinner has to do about sorry, we're out of chicken. The Popeye's chicken sandwich story.
And Chick-fil-A, it happened to them too. They ran out of chicken sandwiches.
Yeah.
I was just talking to our good friend Bella about that.
Really? Yeah, so basically what it comes down to is Popeyes came out with their own chicken sandwich, which seems really strange. Why, considering what they serve, chicken strips, and they serve, because they're kind of like.
Why they didn't have that already?
For anybody who doesn't know, because Popeyes isn't everywhere. If you've been to a KFC or you've been to like a Bojangles, they're pretty much kind of the same.
Zaxby's.
Yeah, kind of a similar place. They serve fried chicken, chicken strips, stuff like that. Sides very similar to KFC, so your mashed potatoes and your green beans and mac and cheese and that kind of thing.
But they're known for their chicken strips. That's what Popeyes is known for. They're seasoned, spicy, and non-spicy chicken strips.
Yes and no. Actually, do me a favor. Go right over there in that bag. That bag.
Oh.
There's one thing they're specifically known for, and I did stop at Popeyes today to get this.
Yeah, I realized. I had a few earlier.
Yeah, grab one for each of us there, please. This is gonna be a very sound like.
Why is that like soggy? The bottom of the bag's like soggy.
It's probably all from all the heat and the moisture. Anyway, this is what they're known for, is their biscuits.
I'm really coughing. I don't know why I'm coughing.
And here I'm the one that's kind of sick, and I'm the one worried about coughing. They're over here hacking a lung up. So yeah, this is one of the big things they're known for is their biscuits.
That's also what Red Lobster is known for.
Well, yeah, different type of biscuit. So these are extremely consistent biscuits. I will say that they're definitely obviously pre-made. They don't make these fresh or anything.
A little bit of honey on them would be awesome.
True. They're a butter biscuit. They're fairly soft inside. They're really good.
And they're a bit salty. So if you don't like a salty biscuit,
They are salty. Part of that has to do with the fact that they use salted butter. There's definitely salted butter on it, and that's where the salty comes from. But anyway. Wait, a lot of chewing in this episode.
sorry, I had to clear my throat.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of them episodes, man.
We only did one other eating episode.
True.
We have only done one other eating episode.
So
I want to do more of those challenges.
apparently the first week or so, they weren't being, it wasn't a big hit, and then all of a sudden, sort of this feud started on Twitter.
Well, what happened was that there was the article that came out from a reporter saying Popeyes has the best chicken sandwich they had ever had, better than Chick-fil-A.
This obviously started a huge feud on Twitter. That's where a lot of this blew up. And so everybody was like, it's kind of like the chicken sandwich. Chicken sandwich challenge is kind of what it come down to.
I thought you were going with the Gurus came out.
No, chicken sandwich challenge. So,
If you think about it, that's what we're doing here.
now Chick-fil-A is another one of these places. Like that's all they serve. They serve a chicken nugget. They serve a chicken sandwich. They have a couple of breakfast items. In fact, they do
strips.
They do an actual chicken biscuit.
No,
breakfast.
yeah, they do that.
Chick-fil-A is another one. They're fairly regional, so you can't find them everywhere.
And they're not open Sundays.
Yes, they're very Christian-y place, and they don't open on Sundays, which is kind of hilarious.
There was a lot of memes about. Yeah, I was just about to say it.
Hopefully this actually works. Transition. So, this apparently were signs in the Texas area, and the Chick-fil-A signs, FYI, we don't run out of chicken sandwiches, and the Popeyes chicken and biscuits says, FYI, people need to eat on Sundays. Like, this is the kind of stuff that was going on.
Caption, bringing out the big guns.
Yeah, this was the kind of stuff that was going on Twitter. I found it hilarious.
Well, hold on. I need to find the one. Actually, no, I don't. No matter which side you're on for chicken, whether it's Chick-fil-A or Popeyes, we know you're going to end up at 3 a.m. It's going to be Waffle House. No matter what. Somehow, It's like the only thing that's open, and you go, I'm hungry. Why
True.
not? It's either that or McDonald's, and you're just sick of McDonald's.
Now here's a sign. This is actually these are on like each side of the building. This was from today from our local
you
Popeyes.
took it?
Yep, I took this on my phone, and it says new chicken sandwich. Be right back.
Download our app and be the first to win.
And you know what? I kind of attribute this almost in the same way that we saw the Szechuan sauce thing with McDonald's, and I love the Szechuan sauce.
It was okay.
It's one of those odd flavored sauces I just absolutely love. In fact, I found one the other day. It's still in the
We still have one?
We still have one.
Oh, God.
I was half thinking about pulling it out and eating it sometime.
Knowing that they won't come back out with it for a while.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so in the case of the Szechuan sauce, McDonald's several years ago had done what was known as a Szechuan sauce. It was a sauce that was made to tribute Mulan movie.
Yeah.
It was a Disney movie.
It would be Mulan.
And here just a couple of years ago now, less than 2 years ago.
It was because of Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty made a comment about Szechuan sauce.
I think it was actually in the season 2 premiere or season 3 premiere.
It was something like that. And the Rick and Morty fans went ape shit.
Demanding Szechuan.
Demanding Szechuan sauce. So McDonald's said, all right, we'll do a limited run. Okay?
That went for like a month.
They made the mistake. They not only did a limited run, but like some stores like got a box. And people that were literally getting more than, like, they were ordering like a 20-piece nugget so they can get more than one. They were literally selling them for like $5 or $10 for a Szechuan sauce packet. I mean, that's how crazy it got. Fights were breaking out. I mean, you couldn't find it everywhere. It was ridiculous. For one, McDonald's should have known better.
Oh yeah, they really should have.
And
we're calling out all the food places today.
Yeah, we definitely called them all out. In fact, McDonald's is one of the ones I got two chicken sandwiches from.
I'm actually surprised about the one.
Actually, well, no, I'll just put that in the package of the next one because I don't really want to finish it. So yeah, the Szechuan sauce went crazy. So McDonald's is like, all right, we'll make a bunch more. We'll have it out for a month or two, and we'll make it up to the people that obviously couldn't get it. And I tried the first time around. Like, I mean, it was selling out in minutes. Like, people were begging for it. There were like fights breaking out in the middle of the store. I mean, that's how crazy it was. And then
they came back with it.
And then they came back out with it for, like I said, it was about a couple months. I think they had worth of supply. A lot of people were really happy, and obviously the promotion was good for business in a certain respect, but you know how it goes.
Yeah, I think you actually picked me and Faith up from school, and we went straight to a McDonald's.
Yep, when I heard if they were going to have it in stock.
The day it came back.
Now, with the Popeye's chicken sandwich story, so the feud started, and people started like, all right, we want to know. Everybody's like, I want to try this chicken sandwich, see if it is what everybody says it is. And apparently, at one point, Popeyes was selling 1,000 sandwiches per store per day, average, is what they're estimating. That's a lot of freaking chicken sandwiches.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
That's a lot.
They apparently didn't prepare for the kind of, I mean, that's a lot of sandwiches, period. I would imagine short of I can't imagine any place sells that many chicken sandwiches in one day.
I mean, maybe Chick-fil-A, but
yeah, but
just because
not
like
specifically not specifically chicken sandwich, like that one chicken sandwich.
But a place that sells the most chicken per day, it's either Raising Cane's or
KFC.
Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A and KFC. Those are the top three.
Yeah, at least that would be in my mind. But yeah, apparently at even one point, a customer in Houston, Texas. These Texas people are crazy here lately. I pulled a gun out after being told they were sold out of chicken sandwiches. I mean, That's pretty crazy. Please don't do that.
Oh, apparently there was a group of 2 men and 2 women who ran into a Chick-fil-A after being told that they were out of chicken sandwiches with guns. And I forget where it was. Like I said, I was just talking to Bella.
It doesn't surprise me the kind of crap that goes on when it comes to people.
I think it may have been Texas.
People in food, but yeah, I mean that's the thing.
It's crazy. It really is.
Oh my God, it's crazy. And the thing is, I have been the only one in this freaking household who has not had one of these chicken sandwiches. By the way,
I haven't had one either. Thank you very much.
I thought you.
No, I was over at Norm's.
Oh, so you missed out too. They've gotten them twice. Your mom's gotten them twice now.
Yeah, once from work and.
Yeah, and once she got her and Faith, and then
I remember the line was out the driveway.
Yeah,
because Faith sent me a photo saying this is ridiculous.
Yeah, they said that the line was literally out of the driveway of the Popeyes when my wife and
it was blocking the B-dubs right next to it.
That's pretty sad. People would rather wait in line than go to B-dubs for a chicken sandwich.
Buffalo Wild Wings versus.
There's a lot
Popeyes.
of chicken in this story, isn't there?
There's a lot of chicken.
Oh.
No, how? Okay, here's my thing. How do you run out of chicken sandwiches? How do you run out of chicken? Period. I
don't know.
That's my thing. What will take months? Because it's predicted that it will come back by the end of the year, or towards the end of the year. What takes months to make chicken sandwiches and go? Okay, hey. We're back.
Yeah, I'm sure they had some. They probably got some company because a lot of these chicken places, and I think Popeyes is one of them. They normally make their chicken in house, but I'm sure the chicken sandwich patties are probably third party. So it's probably one of those things like they only ordered so many to begin with, and they're having to wait for the kind of their turn because it's these companies that make chicken for everybody. You know what I mean? It's kind of like Tyson. Tyson makes chicken for lots of different other companies.
McDonald's.
So it's probably one of those deals. They're just having to wait till they can get into production rotation to get more made. You can still get chicken sandwiches at McDonald's and
Wendy's and
hell, even Arby's has a chicken sandwich. Which,
yeah, I'm seeing that.
Yeah. Yeah, I picked up an Arby's chicken sandwich.
I saw an Arby's thing, and I'm like, Arby's does roast beef.
I know, and I'll be honest, I really kind of want a roast beef sandwich over a chicken sandwich, but we were doing the chicken sandwich thing, so. Speaking of which, go ahead and hand me another chicken.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to really not want chicken after this.
No, we have chicken almost every day.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Okay. Which one's this? Buttermilk crispy chicken from McDonald's.
All right.
Does this have like cheese on it? My half looks like it does.
This is dry. I'm gonna take one bite of this and I'm done because I can already look at it. This is dry as I'll get out.
It doesn't even fill the bun.
I noticed. Yeah, that's dry.
McDonald's, this is bullcrap.
Yeah, not a very good chicken sandwich at all.
That's way too dry.
It's really dry.
I need to get myself another drink. And maybe you one too.
Well, no, it's like I said, that's why I got that. So the next topic up for grabs is Fortnite goes Borderlands, and this one you're gonna have to talk about because I only saw what you did,
which was actually pretty cool with the match that you saw. But anyway, so Fortnite and Borderlands, since Borderlands is on Epic and it's coming out this week.
No, I am not buying it.
Sadly.
You're going to have to wait 6 months.
Yeah, I know. I already told all my friends. But I got Gears coming out tomorrow.
Yes, Gear.
Already downloaded. Let's go.
Yeah.
I almost want to get on at midnight.
No, it's a school
Dang
night.
it. But anyway, Fortnite and Borderlands decided to do a crossover to kind of promote the Borderlands game because of all the kind of hate they've been getting here lately. And so they made a Rift Zone for the season where it basically turned a small area into Borderlands. Art style and all.
I will say, from what I saw of your gameplay, it was actually pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they should just...
in the area were changed.
Honestly, they should just change... Like, they should just create a Borderlands Battle Royale and just do it in that style.
See, I want there to be one, but it has to be a separate game from Borderlands.
I want it absolutely separate.
And I would
game.
not mind if that came out on Epic and not Steam. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, I would be fine with that.
But, so they made this area. They had Claptrap in it. You actually had a mission where you had to retrieve his eye. That was pretty awesome.
Which is reminiscent if you've ever played the game.
It was Borderlands 2 that you had to do that.
That you actually have to do that.
You had vault symbols that you had to scan for a mission. That was pretty cool because that's kind of collectible in the game. All the chests were turned into Borderlands chests.
And they opened up. They made the noise too, right? When they opened.
No.
I thought they made that noise.
No, it was still the regular noise for Fortnite.
I could have swore I heard that.
But the art style changed to the kind of more cartoonish
comic
style.
Yeah, comic style.
And they came out with also a Psycho character bundle where it had a Claptrap back bling. That's a tongue twister. You had obviously a Psycho, and you had 2 hand saws from the game.
For anybody who doesn't know, you know what? Let me just pull it up.
Yeah, pull up a picture of it. I know I posted one on my Instagram.
Because not everybody's going to know what
Not that one. That one.
Not everyone's going to know what Psycho looks like.
I mean, if they played Borderlands.
Well, I mean, you know, if you play Borderlands, that's one thing, but you can see the...
You have Claptrap, the handsaw, and then the Borderlands Psycho. They called it Fortnite and Mayhem.
I'll mute it, but I'll bring it up here. But yeah, very, very
so
much
as you guys can see here,
total Pandora style.
Art style. We have the
vault chest.
The vault chest. And now you have the Psycho kind of coming in, crazy as all can be, with Claptrap on his shoulder. And this also kind of promoted one of their new items they called the Junk Rift. Yeah, one shot anything. And then they also had, here, if we go back here. Kind of pause it right here. These are kind of the rewards that you could have gotten. You have what is that, Miss Fluffy Butt? Tiny Tina?
Yeah, I think so. I think it is Miss Fluffy Butt.
Miss Fluffy Butt from the Tiny Tina part of the game.
Which is my favorite character.
Also, you have the Psycho Spray. You have the Mayhem gun wrap. I actually got that. Actually, I have all these. And you have the Vault Hunter symbol for your flag.
Yeah, so a pretty cool little crossover, you know, for Fortnite, and certainly, like I said, the art style really kind of actually fits. To me, it even looks better.
Yeah, it looks better than the
Fortnite.
Style.
Yeah.
And this area, I think, is going to be in for the rest of the season because I don't think they're going to take it away on the 13th. I think the bundle just is not accessible by then.
Yeah, I haven't heard one way or the other how.
But so they actually called the area Pandora, which is, of course, if anyone plays Borderlands, that's the planet you're on.
Yeah, so very, very cool addition. I'm a huge fan of Borderlands.
Yeah, I had to jump on when I heard about this.
Yeah, sadly, and I think I've said in other streams, I won't be buying it until it comes out on Steam, which is I'm gonna have to wait 6 months, and I'm kind of fine for that. I have some other games
March?
to play.
No, that would be like
February-ish.
3. That would be March.
Is it March?
Add 3. That's December. Add another 3. That's March.
Okay, so yeah, March. Which is fine. I have plenty of stuff to play. It's not like
Oh yeah, we have a lot to play. Plus anything that we'll pick up for Christmas, and
yeah.
then we'll have the Christmas rush.
Speaking of which, since we're talking about video games, what have you been playing?
I've been playing Siege a lot here lately. I tried to stream it. My computer hates it. I got back into Dead by Daylight. I've been playing that. And I started up a Let's Play series on Minecraft.
Yeah, in fact, I'm getting ready to upgrade the server. I'm gonna do that.
Snapshot?
Yep, I'm gonna do the newest snapshot. So we're gonna play with bees. bees.
We need to just do a Minecraft episode one day.
Yeah, well, we can do that.
Because there's like a lot of stuff that we could talk about with it.
Well, and there's so much new content that's come out just in the last year. We could probably put almost an episode together like that. So we might do that.
Yeah. Hit like if you want us to do that.
Like and subscribe, and all that good stuff. Favorite, like, subscribe, whatever platform you're listening or watching on. Anyway, shameless plugs.
Yep.
All right, Google to start demonetizing child content. You probably don't know a whole lot about what's been going on here.
With this one, no, I haven't even seen anything about this.
Okay, basically what it comes down to is Google was fined by the FCC and something in New York State about violations to COPPA. Yeah, I don't. You could
the COPPA.
It's these damn letter words, and it refers to the Child Online Privacy Protection. I've changed that several times, and it keeps changing
I haven't
it back.
touched it.
So, Child Online Privacy Protection Act. This was designed to protect kids online from companies mining their data and things like that. That's why, like, anytime you have to sign up for anything, it has to say, "Are you older than the age of 13?" Da 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 da. You can't do this without your parents' permission, and those kind of things. So Google was fined $170 million. Most of that goes to the FCC. Some of it goes to the state of New York. And this stems from them collecting personal information and browsing history without parents' consent. Some of this stems from the fact that, a lot of kids use their parents' YouTube accounts. Some of this has to do with the fact that they did collect viewing, browsing history to send targeted ads to the child content. And anybody doesn't know, there's a bunch of channels on YouTube. And in fact, if you ever go to YouTube Kids, they're all a lot specifically listed under there. And they're just, they're kids. A lot of it's kids producing other content. Like some kids, there are kids that just do toy reviews. That's all they do.
Yeah. I mean, there was one that, and I don't know if you saw into this, when the Skylanders stuff was big, there was a channel of a whole family who unboxed and had like the entire collection of Skylanders.
We got damn close. We wanted one from at least each. Yeah. So what's going to happen is Google is no longer going to offer targeted ads, which is all the premium ads. So all the big ads are no longer going to be shown on child content channels.
That kind of hurts.
It's going to hurt. Yeah, it's going to hurt a lot for those channels. And a lot of them that the AdSense revenue is huge. But there are also some advocacy groups that are trying to stop paid product on child channels. So basically, it's a situation where, like, I think the one in specific was Ryan's Toy Review. Like he's sponsored, if you will, by like Target and stuff. Like they'll send him free product to through test and review and all that type of stuff, and it's sponsored reviews. And so some of the advocacy groups are saying, well, kids of a similar age group, they're saying like under the age of 8 or 9, don't understand that these are product placed ads or product placed videos, if you would, you know what I mean? They don't understand that these are not, like if you and I went and bought toys and started reviewing toys, it's different than the company sending or giving you product to review. Okay. They don't understand the difference. And some say that, it can affect how people review these type of things. And to a certain respect, sometimes it is, depending on the contracts of these type of things.
That's the one thing your phone's not silent for.
I had it turned on. I had it turned down.
That means mine's going to...
Yeah, that means yours is going to start blowing up here in a minute.
She tries to call me.
So a lot of stuff's going down right now, and they're gonna transition the next. They said 3 months, I think it was, is what YouTube or Google said. So they're giving some of these channels a little chance to understand how this is going to affect them and start making changes to their channel. It's going to hurt. It's really,
yeah.
I mean, this is kind of the apocalypse version for children's channels and children's content. So we'll have to see. We'll talk about more of that once we see what that looks like. But like I said, it's probably going to hurt a lot. Tomorrow, Apple is going to stream on YouTube, which is kind of funny, their yearly keynote, which will be where they're going to talk about the newest iPhones and stuff like that. I'm technically due for another phone. I haven't had an iPhone in quite a few years now. Not saying I wouldn't get another iPhone, but if the rumors are true and this one's not going to be a big upgrade, like they're talking that this year's not going to have the 5G, it's not going to have a bunch of other stuff, I'll probably just either wait it out, get another Android phone, or just, I've been tempted for the camera stuff to get another iPhone, because I really would like to be able to
iPhones have like really good cameras.
Yeah, they have
My phone has an awesome.
They have really good cameras and really good camera apps, but not that Android isn't bad or isn't good. It's just one of those things. It's it's a little more developed. That's the one thing Apple has going for it.
Well, it has it developed where Android can't take.
Well, I mean,
use certain things.
True. They have patents on certain things.
Stay ahead of the competition.
But if this iPhone's not going to be a huge upgrade, I'm probably not going to go back to Apple. But I will.
10 a.m. What time zone?
I think it's 10 a.m. Pacific.
Everything's Pacific time zone.
Yeah.
Once they're in California. Once California breaks off, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
I mean.
Then it'll be 10 a.m. Mountain Time.
Yeah.
Because it won't be
for those who survived.
For those who survived. So PS5 design leaks. This was really interesting. Browser.
Yeah, considering
transition.
The look of this thing.
Yeah, it looks. It's been referred to by a couple of different.
I can find the post on Twitter. Hold on.
And this is a rendering of a supposed design patent that was recently filed by Sony.
And this is the exact rendering of that patent.
Yeah, this is.
I don't know if you could find
this is
online.
a rendering of the patent. Matthew Scott he's a developer from.
They're still on
Codemasters. Confirmed that they had these dev kits in the office. Amazingly, his Twitter page or his Twitter has been deactivated. So apparently he must have gotten in trouble for what he said on Twitter concerning.
Well, there was a lot of people who quickly retweeted and.
Yeah, obviously
it made its way back to Sony quick.
Yeah, obviously, the old rule, always be careful what you post online because it never truly disappears. And this was another one of those that didn't. I kind of think of it like a hand dryer. Like you put your hand, almost like for your nails or whatever for women. You just put your hand in there and dry your nails. That's what it kind of looks like to me.
See, this doesn't look like a PlayStation. What this looks like is one of those tiny movie boxes that you have. Slide it in somewhere. It looks like a compact Blu-ray player. That's what it looks like.
Here's my thing about this. Okay, this might be the developer version design. There's good possibility that for all intents and purposes, this may be the design of the developer version. However, I don't think this is the version we're going to get next year, and I'll tell you why. First thing, where's the drive at?
What, this drive?
Yeah.
Here.
That's not big enough. That thing have to be huge for that to be right. I mean, you're talking something that is at least 3 CDs wide.
There.
Or 3 DVDs wide.
I mean, as you can see, that is a spot for disc.
But what I'm saying is,
I mean, you have 5 ports on it.
If we're talking, because the standard disc is, roughly about that wide. So we're talking 3 times. I mean, that means that thing's got to be. I can't get it on camera. Like I can barely get it on camera. I mean, it's like this freaking wide. I think that. Toodles, go lay down.
She smells chicken.
No, well, that and you're in here. The dog, sorry, she's scratching at the door, which she knows she's not allowed to do.
Yeah, it's my dog. I kind of want to know what this is.
Yeah, maybe an IR port.
Maybe because you have 5 USB. Looks like 3 ports here.
Yeah,
what this,
see that.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go digital.
Digital thing is.
I think this might be a developer kit.
I mean, hey, if it does have an SSD drive in it.
Well, we know it's going to have. They confirmed that a long time ago. They said it was going to have a new type of SSD, and it was going to be super fast. And it was going to be.
I want to see stuff about Project Scarlet for the Xbox.
Well, I mean, we're all looking forward to seeing that, but I don't know if it is a new design. I won't say I'm crazy about it. I think it's just the developer box is always funky looking.
Way different. Yeah.
It's typically it's never what we actually get as a consumer model. It's almost always something off-sized or oversized because they always do extra cooling and stuff like that just to make sure that developers can develop on it without any issues
and run it through the ringer.
Right. It's the development.
So if they do overheat it,
yeah,
they know it wasn't on them.
Right. So the next topic is going to be the return of the Alton Brown Good Eats.
Speaking of Good Eats, let's grab another sandwich.
Oh, do we have to? Yeah, go ahead.
Should we just,
let's skip that one.
Why?
That's got a weird sauce on it. I want to try that one. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna like it.
That smell.
Yeah.
It says it has pickles on it.
Yeah, the pickles ain't gonna be the big deal, but it's got. I almost think it's got mac sauce on it, which.
That's what it looks like.
The worst thing on that's gonna be the lettuce that you can scrape off. I already scraped the pickles off, or I mean the tomatoes.
Why would you put pickles on chicken sandwich?
He has a thing for anything that's green.
I
will give Arby's credit for their chicken sandwich. Their bun looks really good.
Oh yeah, it does. Here, take yours. Green may be my favorite color, just not to eat.
Yeah, you really hate anything that's green. Oh, sorry.
And these are my school pants, really.
Sorry.
Might as well just eat the chicken. goner.
It's not bad.
It's good. I almost drop it. Do we have nothing? No, we do not.
No, we don't. I was thinking the same thing, too. Time for number 2.
I'm going to need to get my second one.
Yeah, we're almost done.
I'm drop it on myself.
So, Return of Alton Brown's Good Eats. Anybody that's an old school Good Eats fan, it's just
We've been waiting for it to come back.
It's one of those really, like, for me, it's almost like Mythbusters. It's one of those classic shows that we used to watch all the time.
Sure, punch my mic.
I know, I keep doing that. It's one of those classic shows that we used to watch all the time. I really missed it because it was kind of it wasn't just about making the food, it was about the science behind the food. So it's why you cook it a certain way or why you prepare things a certain way. And
I mean, it was like after Good Eats, Alton Brown kind of took a hiatus for a little bit. And then next thing we know, we find him on Cutthroat Kitchen and a few other places.
I think he was doing a lot of directing and producing for a while. So he was doing behind the scenes stuff. And then you're right, he did show up in the American version of Cutthroat Kitchen.
And
or the American version of
I'm trying to think.
Iron Chef.
Iron Chef. I was trying to think of what it was. I'm like, it has something to do with metal. Steel? No. Here, I'm taking a drink.
Go ahead. But yeah, I mean it's one of those things, like, it's a really cool show. If you've never watched it before, they're always showing the reruns of it on Food Network. Just put it back over there.
I'm about to grab another biscuit.
It is a really great show. If you're somebody who's interested in cooking and you'll understand why certain things work a certain way. Like, Alton Brown is really cool, and the cool thing is he will show you not only the proper utensils to use to cook a certain product. Like, he's made weird products because they didn't exist. Like, he's the first person, as far as he knows, that came up with the idea of taking a ladder with some pulleys and string so you can dip the turkey into the turkey fryer outside, so that way you're not standing too close to it and get splashed with hot grease. Or if it decides to catch fire, then you're not having that.
I mean,
problem.
he did like a bunch of crazy stunts on Good Eats. And
he come up with a boxed, like a cardboard box smoker.
Oh yeah, that was interesting.
And he says he still uses it. He still uses that technique today. I saw a special little behind the scenes that they posted on YouTube. But it's just a really cool show. Please go out and watch it because we want more episodes.
Right
of this
now,
show.
it's only internet. It's only on the internet.
No, it is on the show.
Is it on like an actual.
Yeah,
TV
you can
station?
find it on the online as well. They're posting it both places.
Food Channel.
Food Channel Network. Yep.
Food
you can get it off their app as well. Really great show. Like I said,
there's a reason for us to go back to the Food Network.
Yeah, there's not been a lot of stuff lately we've been watching on Food Network.
Because really they haven't put anything good on there.
Nothing that we've been that interested in. We watch more reruns on Food Network than anything else.
Yeah. Because this family loves to eat.
Yeah, we're food people if you can't tell by our size. So I'm
offended.
So I took your mother to go see The Goonies.
Yeah, I
at the theater, and it was a lot of fun because it's one of those movies. Like, it's one of my wife's favorite movies, and
it is her favorite movie.
It is it's definitely up there as one of her favorite movies of all time, and it's a movie that's really goofy. Like, I mean, it's a bunch of
hey, you guys. I can do that too well.
You do that way too well.
I have the voice for it.
But it's a movie that it is a lot of fun. It's definitely a movie of its time. But it's also just one of those things where, going back and seeing it in theaters was kind of fun. The only thing, and here's my thing, and I'm speaking to every person from a young kid all the way up to adult. shut the fuck up. Turn your damn phones off and shut the fuck up. Okay?
Hey, I'm at least respectful in the movies.
You know, we had this teenager she just talked through the whole freaking movie, like almost the whole movie. Like, it was bad enough that a couple people actually went out and got them and had them removed because it was just, hey, you guys. We're doing it early so you wouldn't be as bothered.
Sorry.
Careful with your dog because there is food on the bed at the moment. And she can be a little grabby when it comes to food sometimes.
Very. Go Toots.
Go on, Toodles. Go with mommy. Yes, go with mommy. Did you give her a treat this morning?
No.
No, you didn't.
I woke up at 6:30. Faith had to wake me up. She looked at me. Austin, get up. You gotta get dressed. Yeah. I don't wanna. You can't make me.
You know, but our local movie theater, and I'm sure many other do this. They'll go back on, especially like on Sundays, and they'll replay like old movies that.
Oh, it'll be like Sunday and Saturday nights.
Yeah. And they're usually $5, $6. I think it was $6 a ticket. You know, it's a.
I'm surprised they can even find like the reels and stuff.
I don't think it is. I think it's just projector.
Maybe.
I just think it's a standard DL. The
if
one
they
that
can find like the original reels that they came out with for the movies, that would be interesting.
It would be interesting, but it also would probably
be too much hassle.
The quality would be just horrible.
You never know.
I mean, it's a lot of fun, but I encourage anybody who's a movie buff, check your local theaters because a lot of them, you know, they're struggling these days. And the thing is, like, we do a lot of the $5 movies. Like,
with online streaming of movies like Netflix and Hulu, and now you have Disney Plus coming out. You know, movie theaters.
It's expensive. It can get expensive. Even the $5. Even when
they're disappearing.
Even when we're doing the $5 movies, I mean, we're spending $25 in
food,
in tickets, and then we're spending another $30 in food.
So yeah, they make a lot of money on the food, but think about how much they have to spend for the food, how much staff they have to have on hand.
Well, I mean, that's where their money's made is in the food. They don't make money on the movie tickets themselves. It's all about the food. And our local Marcus Theater, like, they put in really nice seating. That was probably my biggest complaint. One of the reasons why I hated going to a movie theater is you go to a movie theater and you sit in these really awful seats.
Well, AMC at Easton has like really amazing seats.
They finally have upgraded
Plus,
theirs.
they have the dine-in theater.
Right, where you can actually get food delivered to you in the theater.
Oh, that was awesome. After I got my surgery 1 year.
Yeah. So yeah, if you got a chance, jump in and watch it. Go to a theater and have some fun. But be quiet, please.
Oh yeah,
don't talk.
Please be quiet.
Yes, please be quiet. Please silence your phones. That's PSA for today.
And don't be annoying and sit in the very front row and stand up and just start walking around, or in the very back where you can block the projector.
Yeah. I put this in. We'll briefly talk about this. Hurricane Dorian it hit the Bahamas really bad this past week. It also went up the coast of Florida and Georgia and South Carolina. It's the reason I sort of put this in. They had 6 babies born in Florida during the hurricane, and they gave them different hurricane appropriate onesies. You know how like if you're
what's a hurricane appropriate onesie?
Well, hold on. You know how if you were born in a Ohio State University, you would get a Ohio State onesie, right?
Yeah.
Or it would or like a Beat Michigan if it was born the week of the Ohio State Michigan game.
It would kind of be themed.
So that's what they did with these hurricane ones. So they said one of them said category 5 cutie. It said little hurricane. One of them said I was in the hurricane evacuation plan. I mean, it was just stupid stuff like that. And according to the report, it says hospital says.
What did they do? Make these on the fly?
I don't know. I don't know where they got these at the last minute. But it says
I know they weren't going outside for it.
The hospital says that hurricanes because the barometric pressure drops it causes or induces women to go into labor. Kind of weird thing, but that they said that actually does happen. It's kind of weird.
Okay, then.
But as a father, I found that kind of cute with the crazy onesies.
You're just baby crazy.
I am not baby crazy.
Okay. Wait till Graceland shows up.
I love babies when they're not mine, when I can spoil them and send them home, and I do that gracefully. Thank you very much. But here lately, we've had so many freaking babies born between family and friends. It's gotten. I finally have told people to stop. Okay, if I can't have sex, you should stop having sex. Okay,
you just don't get any. Okay.
Oh, but you know, it's
sad when your 17-year-old son's making that joke.
It's a joke in the house, but
well, we all know it's true.
Well, there's some truth to it, but
some all truth.
We it's one of those things like I would rather not have it so that I'm not having any more. Like I don't want to be like. Don't get me wrong. I love James.
It broke.
I love James to death, but his son was out of high school. Okay, he's
18.
He's like 19 or 20 or something like that. Like
yeah.
Like we're coming up to the point where we should almost be celebrating his 21st birthday, and it's like, oh my God, you started over. It's like
you have to do this all over again.
I love him to death. His son is an absolute doll baby, you know, and we really love his girlfriend, but oh my God, to start over, I couldn't do it.
Well, I start over, and you have 2 more added on.
Right, because she had other children already. So yeah, to start over and be daddy all over again. No offense, I just don't want to do it. I don't have.
You couldn't do it.
I do not have the mental and physical strength to do it.
You don't have the energy.
I don't. I really don't. You
didn't have the energy when me and Faith were little.
That's not true. I considering how much crazy hours and all the stuff that we did to make everything work for you guys. I mean, it was a lot. There was a lot taken out of me at that point. And now,
hey, you're just lucky you ain't one of the ones with 8, 7 kids.
No,
you couldn't do it.
No,
you couldn't do it.
Nope, I'd have chopped it off. Yes, I would have chopped it off.
Think about that, man, being put in that situation.
Well, we've got friends that's got more than 4 kids, and I'm like, you're nuts. Never in my life.
I have almost like I have a friend whose family, and she's one of 20, like 4 or 7 kids. Her daddy was very friendly. Very friendly. She has like 12 brothers.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I like money. I like things. I like my sanity. I like to actually eat once in a while. If I had that many of you, I would never eat.
No, if you had that many of Faith.
It doesn't matter.
Faith's a bottomless pit. I just know how to eat.
That's just crazy for me. But to each your own. Whatever. So that's been our episode today. Winter chicken dinner.
We still have one.
I know, here. And I smelled that one when I opened it to cut it, and I'm like, I don't really want this one.
I smelled it when I opened it right here.
I'm curious what the sauce is. I haven't tried it yet, but
I don't want to even lick it. It looks like a Chipotle Southwest. I don't want to lick it.
You don't even want to lick it.
Don't make me do it.
Now it makes me want to make you do it. It's true.
If someone comes over here and says they'll cheer $10 in bits and a $5.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Just go away. Anyway, so this is Spidercast Podcast.
All over again.
We're father and son going down the rabbit hole of tech and gaming and the meaning of life. And I'm Travis.
I'm Austin.
You can find me at My Done Life on Twitter and Instagram.
And you can find me at Spider's Nest 713 on Instagram and Spider Array 713 on Twitter. Go make sure to check those out. And where this is going up, My Life is Austin on YouTube.
And most major podcast services around the world. So make sure to check it and like and subscribe, follow whatever you need to do to keep up with what we're doing. Thank you for joining us. Have a great day. Have a great week. And
We are the Spidercast Podcast, and we'll see you next week.
Yep, we'll catch you later.
Transition.